Hey, this is Professor Stone. I wanted to talk a little bit about the topic this week: role strain and role conflict. I mean, we all know what a role is. Role is something, we're going to occupy roles throughout our life. Become student, become employer, become parent, become spouse. A multitude of roles. Sometimes there's too many at one time. And the only thing that we can do is, again, sacrifice leisure time, which is not doing anything productive. There's a lot of this that goes on. A lot of this, a lot of this, a lot of this, right? So because that's going on, we may not be getting things done that we should. That is a distraction. Social media can be a significant distraction unless it's tied to your livelihood, right? So in the modern day, and this is something that affects everybody, we have to sometimes let go of something, right? We have to prioritize what is most important to our lives now and in the future. And when we talk about role strain, is we may find ourselves trying to do something that we're really not equipped to do or perform at the level that we should. And that could be another situation where you have to let that go. And it's okay to let those things go. It's also okay to limit your social interaction with people. And sometimes it's a temporary thing. But I'm going to tell you, as someone who worked all the way through college and then afterwards work, so we have school, we have work, we have personal relationships, we have other kind of interests that we do. Most of us want to try to get some type of physical activity, so we've got to, fit that in. A lot of times we could find ways to do things simultaneously. So if you're on a treadmill, you could potentially read, but you probably can't take notes. You can't be as actively engaged as you think you could. One thing that I have found, and there's a lot of things that I've done because I always have a lot going on, is if there's something that I need to get my head around, I may record myself reading something. And then while I'm driving in the car, I'm listening to it. Or when I have the headphones on, I'm listening to it. So finding ways to be able to, again, where are we finding that we have points in time that we can use to knock out some of the things? And some of it is doing things quickly and doing things that need to be done first. Also, for me, I think about how much time we spend waiting in line, whether it's at the grocery store, whether it's a doctor's office. Maybe you have some index cards. If you're a student, have index cards with you with some of the terms and concepts for tests, and you're kind of going through those. When I was in both undergrad and graduate school, I did not have a vehicle. I was on public transportation, trains and buses. That is, sometimes I would be on trains and buses, no lie, 3 hours a day, an hour and a half to get to work, an hour and a half to get back, and probably even more. When I was in graduate school, I worked full time. It was an hour and a half to get to work, and I had to get to work at 7:30 a.m. So imagine I had to get up at 4 to be able to get there by 7:30 to catch the bus, to catch the train, to catch the bus on the other end, and then do that in reverse, and then go to class from 5 to 10 p.m. and then come home and do, study and do work, and usually papers and things like that, until about 2 a.m. Sometimes I would get 2 to 4 hours sleep a night. Now, I was young. I could do that. As you get older, you can't do that as much. So really, it's about balancing those things. But sometimes you can't balance things. Sometimes you have to let things go. And sometimes, and it all involves prioritization. You cannot have it all. You cannot do it all. And if you're not in a place to be able to delegate certain tasks to other people or pay them to do it, which most of us cannot, we've got to do it ourselves. Again, we must prioritize. And it is a challenge, but we have to think it through just like we think through anything else. So those are my thoughts on this concept. So really think about it while you approach this, because sometimes role strain and role conflict are happening at the same time. And not only is there a conflict, but the strain is great. Sometimes the strain is not great. Sometimes it's easy to do certain things. You're well equipped to do them, but then it's because you have so many things to do. So those are my thoughts. I hope you take that to heart.